EscoNitz, we're back with some more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We're in the Levness, or Incomplete Siege Levness fight that we left off at. So let's see if we can finish this fight. Pion is taking a lot of damage. Baldi is fighting with us, luckily. Oh, dang it. Let's, you know what? Let's do this. Do this. Side break. Oh! Wait. Sure. Heal bullet. Wait. Medics aren't supposed to finish. Well, crap. Let's go ahead and do this then. This one. Trick shot. I think that's let's do this. 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 Oh, I didn't mean that one. Oh well. Damn. Look at that damage. Okay, so damn it! How am I supposed to? Big hit. How does Mia not have an aggro? I gotta try my hardest to get this. Boom. There we go. I got it off that time. Cool. That did a lot of damage too. Okay, well. Brave Assault. You. You? What? Why did... I'm confused. Why did I take damage there? This one again. This. Reactivation! Back in action! Area. Power charge. Big damage.
Do you think this plan might work?
This should be our plan of attack.
Too rocket this time.
That one. The two healers.
Time for the big one.
Oh. Pinion primed. Alright, big damage. Look at that damage.
You won't get away. This well within promise.
I'll heal you.
Let's do it! Okay. We got 3 healers. No one should be dying, game. Um. Big hammer. I should have equipped the everyone with their special. Oh well. I won.
Move, damn you!
Okay. That was a great start to this episode, huh?
Forget it. A consul needs no crutch to lean on. Ah!
Oh, mini redness.
I couldn't do anything.
I wouldn't say that. At the very least, this little guy got to live the way you wanted him to.
Well, I sure hope so. Thanks for rescuing me. Next time I'll be sure to give you a tougher body, mecha friend.
Mecha friend?
Gotta have a name, right?
Oh,
This little guy isn't meant for battle. He's a fellow companion and a friend.
can we break the
yeah.
clock?
Thanks, guys. I'm not gonna focus my efforts just on repairing Levinuses anymore. I'll be working hard to figure out the best way to protect us all, in the truest sense. Oh, but, I guess that'd mean doing something about all our flame clocks, huh?
About that. We could always smash Colony 30's flame clock. It'd mean that everyone in the colony wouldn't have to fight anymore. The Levnesses too.
You can do that?
We can. I can't guarantee that things will go smoothly for you after, though.
The outfit on
Things aren't
him.
particularly great as they stand anyway. If I can make a difference for people, and not just Levnesses, let's do it. Let's make this happen.
Okay.
Here we go!
Flame clock destroyed. Kevin's warning level up. Can I be, I think it was medic gunner?
It really broke.
Hey, you okay there?
Wait, don't move a muscle. There might be some valuable materials lying around.
Nothing worth bothering about, believe me.
How are you feeling? It's got a sting, right? It was a big deal for you.
Lance, you seem more stung than me.
Come on, man. No.
I'm fine. I mean, sure, it's a big change of perspective. But like I said before, I'd already made up my mind.
True that.
Hey, could I help you guys with your mission? In return? It'd be the least I could do.
Wait, does this mean-
I've never been more sure.
For sure!
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
Who's the,
Me too.
Oh, accidentally skipped that. So that's Colony 30's flame clock we've busted up now too. Yeah, if we keep this up, I bet you the consuls are gonna get real up in arms. Well, we're lucky if that's all that happens. What do you mean? You think we might not be the only ones in their fire line, is that it? The consuls see escape from the flame clock dominion as an act of rebellion. And soldiers from the liberated colonies might be in just as much as danger as us. Then it looks like we can't just smash their clocks and leave them to it. We can defend them all, I'm sure. With the power of Ouroboros on our side, there's nothing we can't do. Yeah, no, see, there's still only 6 of us, and we can't be everywhere at once, right? Well, but even if we can't protect everyone at all times, we can certainly at least help them out in various ways. Oh, like we did at Colony 4? We may have a long road ahead of us, but in a very real sense, so do they. I think it's important that we work together to forge bonds of trust and cooperation. Yes, well, that's all well and good, but I can hardly imagine them opening their hearts and souls to us that easily. It makes sense, though, surely. Anybody will climb up right up if you come on too hard. Might be smartest to keep an ear to the grapevine as we go. Make sure to talk with folks and keep up with the gossip. That way we might hear about any troubles they might have or whatever and discover things that we can help with. I like Uni's plan. It's simple and direct. Well then, no time like the present. Let's go and find some people to talk to at the colony. Did it? Quest complete. Kind right hand. You can now climb up and down certain walls.
Thanks for the show of confidence.
New hero added, War Medic Veldy. Class inheritor is Lance. Class War Medic, role healer, boasts incredible healing ability. With one in the party, your medical needs are all but guaranteed to be met. This is a traversal skill that Valdi taught the party. It lets you climb up walls even without the use of ladders. Sweet. So wait, I can... Okay, they're actually learning pretty fast. Let's see. D. You're S. B. A. C. Okay, so this is just how fast they learn it, I guess. B. E. D. S. Yeah. So... Oh. Wait. A special class art... Skills and art stolen from enemies. Is this a blue mage? I want to unlock it! Let me unlock it! Martial artist? Who's gonna be this one? Wait, who is S of Soul Hacker? B. Huh. Okay. I need to... Hang on. Let's go through this with everyone. What's this do? Okay. Alright, what I'm gonna do is unlock these classes on everyone, both the Flash Fencer and the War Medic. And then we'll be right back after. Alright, we're back and I couldn't leave town. So let's talk to some people. Console bashing, flame clock smashing, things really got turned up on their head around here. In this kind of environment, I'll have to pick up my game if I want to make sure Colony 30 stays safe.
Nice to see a new face.
Keva's troops makes use of power frame, much enhancements of bodily strength. Moral of story is this: power frame can make stronger or weaker depending on setup. Possibilities are intriguing.
Always nice to see a new face.
Oh. Colony 30 stuffed to gills with leveness-loving Nopon. But if war ceased to exist, then Lu's need for maintaining of leveness will become of Rapapa and friends then.
Always nice to see a new face.
Hey, Mecha Friend's back. Mecha Friend? Great, everything looks to be in good order. I can rest easy. Oh, we missed someone. The Consuls sure seem to like marshalling massive levenesses and having them fight. If I'm being honest, it's something of a relief that he's no longer with us.
Always nice to see a new face.
There's a treasure. Gimme.
Together now.
What's this? Open.
Come to uni.
I think I got everything. Camera, please cooperate with me. Thank you. Valdi turned leveness into scrap. Mighty Gastrates was on cusp of finish. Mightiest of output, mightiest of maneuver, all for nothing. How Widge supposed to while away idle hours now?
Always nice to see a new face.
There's another one. Mikkel. Our colony has tons of levenesses, high-end ones at that, but the downside is it can be tough to raise soldiers. However much fighting we do, sometimes we can come back without harvesting any life. But thanks to you, we don't have to worry about our lifespans quite so much, so thanks a lot for that.
Always nice to see a new face.
Well, that's 2 of the Kevis recruited. I heard they grew on La Prel Knoll, but I haven't been able to find any sparking fortune clovers there myself. Is that because you're no good at looking for things? It's either that or everyone else got to them first, I reckon. Okay. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't see anything down here, so... Clink, clink, clink. It must be over in this direction. There's the accessories. Got anything good? There's the last one.
What you got?
Boost healing, boost physical defense, break duration. Okay. Combat, whatever you like. I heard that recently even Ven's been collecting fortune clovers. You don't say, it's not every day you hear of a mechanic who's into collecting plants now, is it?
We've got what we needed.
Right.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat?
Order. Sure.
Been waiting for this.
You're cutting us up?
Has me raring to go.
New recipe learned. Brisky, breezy, toasty.
Ooh, a new recipe. Can't wait.
Okay.
Alright, let's get going. Time's a wasting.
Hello, friends. Right, I think that's pretty much all the relevant news we can find. Seems the problems are far more prevalent than we anticipated. Tell me about it. So, what's our next step? I think we could do a lot of good here by helping out, but ultimately our destination is Sword March. That's important too. You're right, we should consider things from all angles before we act. Liberating a new colony will enable you access to a wealth of new information. Be sure to check every nook and cranny to gather up all the rumors you can. As the story moves forward, the information you can obtain will also change. It's always worth revisiting colonies to gain more up-to-date information. That showed Colony 9.
All right. We need to get back to the cliffs where we met Valby.
We can make sure we're in perfect shape by replenishing supplies at Colony 30. We've got the time.
Okay. What do I need to do? Wrong one. Quest? Upon register. These are all complete. Complete. Oh. Okay, well. Can I warp over to Colony 9 now? Wait, no. Oh, do I gotta go through the menu? There we go. Why can't I visit this camp? I want to free this colony died. Not long ago, a spot placed with red smoky plumes. This container met with many. What a lucky pond. Such container usually crowded by Keves or Agnes soldiers. Supply drops. Okay, that's new. I recently go to sell food to Agnian soldiers, but there are many more than before. So many that run out of product to sell. Methinks they need large numbers because looking for someone. On high alert.
Interesting. Why would I open the map? It shows me whatever. Map. I want to go left. Okay. This way. None of these should aggro me. Last chance game. Let's see if I can go past this wall here. Nope. They are in trouble. They need to be freed from their clock, damn it.
Okay, fine.
Are they fighting each other? Rude. Hey, get a load of this! Here we go, guys!
I'll follow your lead.
Butterfly!
I can't keep them track. Eyes over here. Thanks for the support. Variable power.
What the heck just happened there?
Don't look away from me. Smooth as always, Noah. Another notch on my belt. Hey,
Oh,
check it out.
they were all Turkins.
Yippee! Rock climbing. This should make for a great workout.
Sure. Let's stay on the lookout for more walls to climb, yeah?
I wonder what's around here.
Oh, where are they fighting? You hear that, right? It's got to be above us. Why did we need to learn to climb? Okay, it's oh, yep, there it is on the map.
Time for a climb.
We want to help that one.
Fight with focus.
Stay on your toes. Gotcha.
Right. I love hearing the variable turret. Oh wow, that was fast.
Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Is that up or down, I wonder?
Topographical info updated.
Time for a climb.
Are they fighting again?
I wonder what's around here.
Let's move on.
But the view is spectacular.
Alright, let's go help again. More colony 4 point. Stab! God, just we're destroying them. Nice job, Uni! Give me those points.
Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
I didn't. Hello. Rybell Tableland. What's happening?
That's funny. I'd never noticed that before.
Oh, do they not have armus where you're from?
Yeah. I meant getting old. Is that what that is?
It's called getting old. This?
That smaller armu over there. It starts little, but grows over time. Becomes like the bigger one. All the creatures do it. But we never change that much.
Ah,
It's such a basic fact. So why haven't we realized it before?
Because you've been brainwashed. Also, why are you in your basic outfit?
Realization leads to hope, which in due time turns to despair.
Is this Noah?
The significance of the stasis is driven ever deeper within.
A moment in time, a sublime experience. That brilliance, it shines ascendant over all else.
That's why it takes so much freaking work.
That sounds like Uni.
They all learn sooner or later. They learn how priceless it was, how grossly irreplaceable. The eclipse grows near.
Ouroboros?
they get along nice. Must be good friends.
It's funny. Just looking at these guys. It puts your mind at ease. Is it an effect of becoming Ouroboros?
Good question. Still, I think I could get used to this.
Yeah. Me too.
Huh.
Oh!
Oh.
Supply drop. Looks like we might get lucky.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
There it is.
Oops, they found us.
Okay, give me that treasure.
Here we are. The supply drop.
Open.
Come help, Uni. Okay.
Fossil.
Whoa, got a rare dude all right here.
Bleeding plum. Another fossil. Poison ivy. I hope you didn't pick that with your hands.
Hey, the mud has dropped something.
Is that rare? I want to see.
Miraculate.
Whoa, visitor. Eyes over here. Cheers, you're the best.
I'm the one you want. Thanks. Butterfly blade. That's the weak point. Looking good, Noah.
Boing. That one's just walking away.
That was spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
More miraculate. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. What's up, Tyon?
Did you find something?
No. Just brings me back a bit. It reminded me of someone.
Oh, yeah?
What is this?
A Sophronia.
I know that, but I've never seen one in such full bloom before.
It's special.
Huh? So, why give this to me?
It's a treasure of mine. I'd like to go back someday, to where this was taken. It's a dream I have. Not that I have all that much time to spare. But soon.
That crystal arm. I can't help but think of Final Fantasy XIV when I see that.
Who taught me how to fight using the Mondo? Sorry.
Not to worry.
But why? Why did she show me that picture?
I suppose she wanted to share it with you. The memory.
Is that why she...
You know, it's not unheard of.
Huh?
What? I like how everyone's just leaving him there, though. Like, whatever. Come on, load time.
These soldiers. Tyon. These are your targets, sir?
Yeah? You'll handle it, right?
And it's because they're consorting with enemy soldiers. If that's so, shouldn't we question them first?
You're a hell of a stickler, aren't you?
Is that Volby?
Do it the K way. Forget it. There's just no zest. This time, I'm gonna take a different angle.
Consul?
Let's do this, Izzard.
Wait, are all the are we cloned off of the Consuls? That's totally Valdi, I swear.
Come on, spill it for me. Give me all your feelings deep inside.
I'm gonna have to go back and check out that episode where we killed the other Consul.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
You know what Manana just told me? She said that in the night, the trees wake up and start to wander.
No, not listening. Can't hear a thing.
Give me the other.
I'll just soak all this up.
21 ether. I'd consider fighting that, but oh, hi there.
Here we go, guys.
Acknowledged. Assuming combat position.
No.
Is that rare? I want to see.
Oh, I tried to catch it, but what the hell? I hear fighting.
Whoa, visitor. Eyes over here. Thanks for the support. You hit first wound.
Good going, Uni. White them.
Couldn't keep them in check.
People pelting them.
Yes, eyes over here.
Cool, so he just stays with me. That's good to know. I think it's dead. Nice. Let's go help with this fight, and then we'll go grab that treasure chest. Agnes? I guess go with the Agnes. Quit being an idiot. I cannot see anything going on right now. Oh, they fused. Right! We conquered the elite. I did it!
Yeah. See if we can keep this up.
Okay, let's go get that treasure now.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Man, I was just trying to get a treasure and here. Another one. Ankle Arden? Bye.
Come after me, and that's what you get.
Exactly.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Gemstones, huh? I don't feel like fighting you. Characters, what? He's unlocked it. No. 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 Unlock. Okay. Huh.
This is awful.
It doesn't look recent. Been here a while. And the battle, it must have been massive.
It's not just infantry. I see Feronis wreckage strewn all over.
There could be stuff here we can reuse. We should look.
Yeah, good idea. Let's split up and have a look around.
Stuff we can reuse, my wings. All this junk is rusted through. Huh? Oh, no love. The connectors are wrong size. This one's Kavesi. You've been here for quite a while.
Name Uni. Colony 18 class sharpshooter.
What is this?
Is she having...
Uni! Did you find anything worthwhile?
Huh?
I said, did you find anything we might be able to salvage?
No, nothing at all. Not here.
Seriously? You were here all frozen, so I figured you must have struck something gold. Come on, help me shift this thing here, would you?
Yeah, all right.
What? So I was right, Uni is cloned from that one.
No way that was me. Just someone with the same name as me. A coincidence.
Same name and class you were.
Hey! Over here!
It's a golden flame clock, but wrecked.
Cut
I've
it.
never seen one.
A real golden flame clock.
Ain't that strange? We're talking gold rank, the shiny pinnacle of every colony's ambition. And this is how we find it.
It's a Kavesi, isn't it?
Yeah, has to be.
For all that, I'm not seeing any Agnian corpses or weapons. What does it mean?
Sparks. How could they have ended up this way?
Oh, you had the flashback, Uni.
Oh, come on. Not sparking again.
What in the world is that? What is that? Leopards.
I'm the one you want.
Thanks for the support. Eyes over here.
Ever the paragon here.
Fingers of Flame. I missed the sword strike. Bye, tie-in. Huh. Ow.
Fun's only just starting, you.
Let's do it, Tyon.
Time to get cracking.
Oh, I wanted to use Mobius. Are you guys gonna heal? I should have. Chain attack, start! This one. revolution. Heal everyone.
I've got an idea. All right.
Order. Trick shot. Brave assault.
I might have the answer. Leave it to uni. How about something like this?
No, that one. Uni. There we go.
Your fate was sealed when you rolled against us.
Bombshell. It doesn't matter which one we do. Yeah. Power charge on hit. Bombshell blitz. Boom! I got my big hit off. I'm happy about that. I think I like how the Valdi kept getting stuck on me. Thank you, Senna. Bye, Lands. Bye, Senna. Kill, please! One more. Got it again. Can we break this thing? There we go. Get me up, please. Chain attack, start! Okay. And cool. Reactivation. Back in action. 70% chance to bypass defense. Let's do Senna. And now Tyon. Okay, we got one or two more. Two more. Plus 50 TP, exactly what I wanted. Cool.
Do you think this plan might work? I just thought of a great idea. I might have the answer. Hit them where they least expect.
Good. And big hits.
Keep going. Push through.
Tyon! Yeah, let's do it, Tyon. Ow. Damn. Well, it's dead. Can you take aggro off of me, please? I guess that's one way to take aggro off of me.
Just one stray Levnis. Barely worth the effort.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be what did this colony in.
What did then?
I see.
It was revenge. Commander, you did it.
So this works on its own?
Yes, that's a standard castle-issue autonomous Sentry Levnis. It doesn't need human operators.
Huh.
Hey, this symbol. It's Lambda's, right?
Huh? Tyan, weren't you with...
We need to get away from here. Though it was unmanned, it's sure to have transmitted its combat data to the colony. They might even be able to work out we're the ones it was fighting.
Right. Well, don't reckon there's anything more of use here. Let's go. Noah.
Gotcha. Mio?
Uni?
Okay. Do I have a warp around here? Okay, I do have a... I want to go... not to Colony 8. Colony 4 is where I want to go. I just want to see, because they were saying we can get info and stuff now.
Something smells tasty. I'm starved. Let's grab something.
We'll check all around real quick. Any info in here? No. Oh, wait. There it is. I heard that the Nopon for maintenance hasn't come back yet. I'm starting to think they could have gone AWOL. That can't be. They wouldn't have anywhere to go if they did that. So there is stuff we can learn around here. Hello? Anything that unlocks like a new quest or anything? Hello? Fast trip. Hello? Anyone got info? Okay. Oh, more info. Monsters are now even reaching Barren Knoll, apparently. And one of our guys got attacked recently, too. We've got to do something and fast. Hurting monsters.
That should be enough data.
That it? Looks like it. However, I see that Okay, well. Guess that's it. Alright. With that, EscoNitz, we're gonna call this episode here. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, EscoNitz, share the love. Goodbye.
Thank you guys for watching, and a huge thank you to my patrons. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to make the content I do and do what I love to do. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.